Welcome back to TCAM Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Tracewell. Here we are, man. We are visual. We are finally here. It has took long enough, by the way, to get here. A lot of testing, a lot of different things going on. Kind of shocked that I am using a microphone and we are here. So this has been a long time coming. I'm glad to be here. And for this show, man, This is where our visual part comes in. This is where our YouTube videos come in. This is where I bring in more people, and you're going to actually get to see some of these people. So Sports Talk Saturday with Matt DeLong, that is another show that is on my channel, will be coming to YouTube. We're going to be able to see a little bit of that. On that show specifically, we'd like to do a little bit of Facebook Live. That'd be fun, a little bit of interaction. Then you will see another show called It's Game Over with Jacob Brandon. That is going to be a more remoted show. And it's going to be where you're going to see both of us on like a laptop, but it's going to be a really, really cool thing, and that's where we want to host that show. There's going to be multiple different shows, and you all know this. For the people who have watched these videos and watched this, there are multiple shows. For the new listeners, there's a main show, so it's TCAM Sports Podcast. Basically, this is the logo for the show, TCAM Sports Podcast. However, though, there is a couple other sub-shows that I do. So I do sub-shows called Sports Talk Saturday with Matt DeLong, which is one. We basically just cover football on Saturdays. That's really what we cover and spend most of the time talking about that. You have shows like It's Game Over. This show is primarily supposed to cover like basketball. It's going to cover baseball. It'll cover a little bit of football, but a little bit less end. And then my show, which covers a whole variety of topics, but more into detail of like what is the biggest story that week, or what do I really want to get off my chest. Now, for people who listen to the show on Spotify, your Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Pandora, where the podcast is located, the ones who listen to it, like who like to listen to podcasts in the car or on the run, they're still going to be there. You're still going to be able to listen to those shows. The audios will still be on those apps. I want to keep that there for listeners who, not big on sitting at home and really wanting to watch an actual show, just rather listen to it. So we're going to have opportunity for both. Now, there is a fourth show. It's a little bit different. For the listeners who know me, I talk about on WPKM 96.3 The Beat, which is a radio station for listeners who do not know in the Mid-Ohio Valley. Me and my friend Hunter, we do a sports show, and we basically go over a variety of topics. Well, we are bringing that off the radio and on here to YouTube. We want to do more live streaming on YouTube, so to be able to do live streaming, hit that subscribe button. We need subscribers. But we like to interact with fans, man. I want to interact, or not really fans, but I want to interact with people who love to talk about sports. I want to hear your side of the story. I want to hear what you want to hear. You tell me what you want me to talk about. When I come on here, and when my guests come on here, and what we talk about is what we think the hottest topics are of the week, and the most interesting conversations that we think are popular. I want to hear what you guys think is popular. I want to listen. I want you guys to tell me what is popular, or why do I think a certain topic is this way, or why do I think this has happened to this person. For example, I'll just bring in a couple little topics. Jim Harbaugh, huge conversation going on, right? Jim Harbaugh is a huge topic. A lot of people like to talk about that. We want to, what's your thoughts? What's my thoughts on this topic? Or what do I think's going on? Or what do I think's going to happen? Or we talk about Matt Canada getting fired from the Steelers. That's a huge one. Like, people want to talk about that. So there's a bunch of topics we could really get into. Overall, this has been a big thing coming for the podcast. And this has been something I've wanted to do for a long time. And now that I'm finally here, it's a new adventure for me, personally. It is. It's a new adventure for me. And I'm the guy normally behind, I'm behind the scenes pretty much. I got a mic. I got the equipment. I got my laptop. I got my phone. I know what I'm going to be talking about. Of course, we'll have, guidelines to what we're going to be talking about. That easy stuff that I already know how to do. But to be in front of the camera, to have some type of interaction with you guys is going to be a new experience for me. It's going to be a fun experience. It's going to be one that I'm going to enjoy. And I can't wait to do more of these. And I can't wait for, Matt, Hunter, Jacob, we are all excited to really get on here and be able to do something fun and be able to put this together. But I'm excited to be able to interact with you guys. Personally, myself, it's going to be an absolute blast. So glad to be on here, glad to do this, and can't wait to do more episodes. Can't wait to dive into the real sports. Can't wait to dive into the real topics, man. Going to be an absolute blast. Anyways, little intro podcast. That's all this is. Just want to, finally just get on here. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get on here and see you guys. So glad to be here, really. Anyways, take care, and I'll see you guys later.